Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to see you here. Today I am taking my nail training hand and I decided to recreate an old practice nail. Now it's been a minute since I pulled this thing out, so bear with me. I did not select the nail on camera, but this is what I decided to recreate. Mainly because I didn't do it. My sister must have. It's in here. However, whatever, we're doing it today. I really like the concept of the design, but I wanted to do something different and recreate three actual fingers that could potentially go in a cohesive set. I don't know, but I'm just prepping each finger by snapping on these little brown beads. I'm going to cut the free edge and show you guys how I prep these practice fingers. So this is what I like to do. I take my hand file and I actually file the entire surface of the nail and I smooth it out. And this is what I mean by smooth it out. You see this lip here? Hate it. Get rid of it. Throw it away. This is what I like to work on. It looks more natural. This is where, trash. Don't do it. So now I am going to take some Young Nail Swipe and I'm going to make sure I am cleaning the nail beds and prep for gluing the tips on. This is my little manicure brush. We're going to scrub the nail and then I am going to take my Unigella false nails. These are long tapered square tips and I'm going to apply them using my Young Nail brush on glue in preparation to trim them down for filing. Okay, I know y'all seen this tip going around. Get you some magnets, girl. This is your sign. Go get them. Everything is a lot cohesive. They're the same length. Get you the magnets. Surprise, surprise, I am taking a Young Nail product. This is their 150 grit nail file, and I am prepping the nail for application. So I am going to make sure that I'm looking at the nail from each perspective. I am filing the side walls. I'm going looking underneath the nail. I'm also going to blend where the tip is glued to the nail to make sure it's more seamless. And then I will take my hand file and remove the actual shiny layer off of the tip. Once that is done, we'll move on to the next step. If there is one thing that I am going to teach you this video, please let this be it. The quality of your nail file matters. Okay? It matters. What I'm doing right now is I'm just showing you guys how I prep this nail tip. So I typically take a look at the nail from many directions. You never want to look at a nail straight on. I take my file, I line it up with the sidewalls, and I bring mine in just a little bit because I want to give myself room for when I apply the acrylic. I don't want to lose my shape. I'm also going to file the top of the nail. Again, it's very easy. Line it up with the sidewalls. You want to line it up with your sidewalls. And then I like to use a good quality file. This is a disposable Tammy Taylor peel and stick disposable e-file system. It's plastic. This is hard. This is not moving. It's not budging for hard gel or acrylic, poly gel, whatever your preference is, it's good. I also like to use, surprise, surprise, a Young Nails file. This is not plastic, but it's just as sturdy. Okay, let me show y'all what I was using before I learned how important a file is. Look at this. Look at this crap. It is flexing without much pressure. Look at my fingers. That's what's ruining your shape. So if you're struggling with shapes, try a new nail file and tell me that's not what helped. Okay, so now we're going to mix up a custom acrylic. This is Pasta Pasta. It is Young Nails Slick Pour Dip Powder System. Before you watch your panties in a bunch, it can be used with monomer, okay? I am taking Cover Flamingo by Young Nails again, and this is going to be the carrier, the base, however you want to say. I am going to take this cute little container that they provided me, and I am going to mix in some Flamingo Cover at the bottom of this, and I am going to slowly add in the slick pour acrylic system. That is a deep red. I don't want to make a red color. I just want to deepen the flamingo cover color. So I am going to slowly but surely add in a few scoops at a time. I am going to shake it up, and then I like to compare the color that I am mixing to the initial color that we use. So cover flamingo. When I mix this up, I'm going to compare the two. Don't look that different. So I'm just going to go in with 3 more scoops, 2 more scoops, whatever I need to get the color that I would like. Okay, this is my Young Nails Pro Acrylic Sculptor Brush. Couldn't wait to show y'all that. Oop, look at them fray hairs. Okay, I am taking my Young Nails Nail Liquid, and I'm using the brush to help me put it in the dampen dish. Favorite monomer. Another tip for you new nail techs or ladies is to get good quality paper towels. Having bad quality paper towels will gunk your brush up, period. Do yourself a favor, spend a few extra coins on good paper towels. So now I'm just taking my cuticle nippers and following the hair down to the base of the brush and just nipping it off. It's really that simple. My first swatch was not properly mixed up, so I shook it up again, and now I'm going to swatch the color that we're using for this set. Okay, application time. So I haven't done a nail in a few weeks, so this may be a little rusty, but I'm here to walk you guys through this process. I'm out of frame, but hold. There she goes. She gets it together. So I am going to go ahead and apply a thin layer of this acrylic onto the entire nail. Now I'm stressing thin because sometimes when there's pigment in acrylic, it can weaken or not be as strong as clear acrylic. So I am going to do a thin layer, and then I'm going to cap in clear and create my bulb. Now I feel bad because I'm stressing this point, but I did not actually capture footage of that. So shame on me, I will next time. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to lay a thin layer of acrylic onto this entire nail, and I'll just come back to give some pointers on the cuticle bead. My cuticle beads are a medium consistency. I'm going to point the finger down, apply the bead, walk it up to the cuticle without flooding it. I go to blend the sides first and not the middle. If you blend the middle right away, you're going to flood the side walls. And then I'm just going to smooth the product down. Make sure you're draining the liquid from your brush when needed. You have to keep that gauge. Okay, friend, now let's come do this ombre. So I'm not saying this is the only way to do an ombre. I made some mistakes, which I'm going to point out, but I am telling you this is how I do my ombres and what works for me. What I do know, I'll always share. What I don't know, we're going to learn together. We're on this journey together. So mistake number 1 is taking too small of beads. This is wasting too much time. Take as many beads as you need, but this is unnecessary. Okay, make them meaningful beads. These are just, I'm playing. So I'm going to get my life together in about a second or two and take a big girl bead. Boom, boom, boom. There she is. Hello. I'm going to walk her down the length of the nail, and then I'm going to prepare myself for the transition ombre bead. Okay, my ombre transition bead is always wet. I lay it down, I blend it up, and I make sure that there's no harsh lines. Now, don't look too bad because this nail bed is brown, but on a natural nail, you want to make sure that you take the time to do this. This is the foundation. So I'm going to take Cover Peach by Young Nails, and this is going to be my nail bed color. And I wanted a more wet consistency, which is my mistake, not by tip. I did not get a wet consistency. I'm blending it out, but I'm applying too much pressure on my brush. You see a very harsh line. So I'm just going in, fixing the tip. I'm going to take a cuticle bead, which I made another mistake. I did not clean my brush off draining the liquid right away. So now my acrylic is running everywhere. As soon as I notice that, I'm going to check both sides and I'm going to clean up that mistake. But if I would have drained my bead, it would have been a lot easier to control this cuticle bead. It's possible to flood the cuticles. It does cause lifting, but if you act swiftly, you can come back from that. So once I blend this, clean the cuticles, sidewalls, everything of my mistakes, I am going to take a look at the nail, and I don't like how it's blending. So I'm going to apply the first color and blend it back. With ombres, you want to leave it alone. You see what I'm doing? All of this touchy fidgety, unnecessary. I don't like it because I kept touching it. So now I'm going to apply 2 beads on the side, blend it up, and that's wraps. You have to leave these beads alone. You cannot keep messing with these ombres. All right, so here's the nail all dried, tap, tap, tap. Now I'm just going to go ahead and file and shape the nail for design. I am taking my file and lining up the sidewalls. You will also see me go in with my e-file and I'm just going to seal the cuticles of each nail. I typically finish file with my e-file, but I felt like using my hand file today, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I am filing to where all of my low and high points are even, which you can see there. It's the discoloration on the nail, and I'm going to go ahead and buff and making sure I'm looking at the nail from different perspectives. Alright, so now I'm taking the Rosalind gel polish. This is black. I'm showing you that I'm about to use my Ultimate Finish Gel by Young Nails. And then this is the Ultimate Finish Gel Sealer. I don't know what the difference is. This came in a gel kit versus that one I bought individually, but this one is thicker. So I'm just showing you I'm using some Protein Bond on the acrylic before I apply gel polish. I like to do this sometimes. It helps with the adhesion of the gel polish. So now I'm taking my Ultimate Finish top coat and I'm applying it over the nails because I'm going to do some nail art. Now this is pretty much empty, mind your business. I'll take every drop out of this before I open my next bottle. I'm just going in with the poly gel brush. I'm thinking it's going to give me enough coverage, but don't like that. Immediately cut it out. Going to use my Young Nails liner brush to map out the design, and then I will go ahead and infill that and also do the design at the top of the nail. Okay, when it comes to black and white, I cure it for 90 seconds. So that's being cured for 90 seconds. I'm just taking my liner brush. I'm drawing a line down the middle of the nail in black. Once I get the line to my liking, I got with the program and used my gel polish brush to infill the area. Once I infill the area, guess what? 90 seconds in the light, period. Okay, so far so good. There's the original. Here's the comparison. I am going in with a second coat. I'm curing this again for how many? 90 seconds. Once each nail comes out, I'm actually going to apply a top coat and cure it for how long? 90 seconds. So you'll see me apply the top coat. When it comes to the ombre nail, I'll come back on to walk you through my thought process on that design. Okay, for the ombre nail, I'm also applying a top coat, but before I cure it, I'm going to take my thin liner brush dipped in black, and I'm just going to do lines on the wet gel polish. Now this is going to bloom, blossom, spread, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to make sure that those lines are kind of symmetrical, and then I'm going to go ahead and take some dots in between the lines on either side. I'm going to allow it to blossom a little bit, and then I will cure it for 90 seconds. Yes. Now I'm taking a small dieting tool and some black. Friend, you can't see, I couldn't see. I don't know what design I was using, but I'm going to go ahead and take some clear core and I'm going to pour it over those black lines so we can see them and it can be matte and textured. So there's the lines. Okay, so ain't no going back now. That's what it is. That's what we're going with. So I'm gonna pour in the acrylic, do the same thing to the black nail with the line down the middle, cure it for how long? 90 seconds. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to take a stiff little brush to rub off of the acrylic powder. Another mistake that I'm going to point out, I definitely should have used a different brush. It's obviously full of acrylic powder and it's not really getting it all off. I could have also used some Young Nail Swipe to easily clean the nail, but here we are. This is the original, the motive, the inspiration behind this set, and here are all three nails. This is the one that's the copycat. I wish I added glitter into the acrylic. Looking back, I did not want to literally copy and paste, but here we are. Here's all three nails, and there are absolutely beautiful. I really, really, really love the one on the end. It's definitely a technique that I will use in the future. But yeah, I'll give you guys a close-up of these nails. And friend, we are on a journey here. I plan on staying consistent with recording and uploading. So I hope that you subscribe. Once we reach 50 subscribers, we'll be able to go live so we can have a conversation together, friend. It'll be like FaceTime without the face, but my face. Okay. I hope you guys subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.